Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Charlie, and this is Citadelum. Abbey Light Studios has sent me out a key here and said, hey, we got this interesting city builder here. We think you'd like it. It's got a lot of elements of the stuff you've played before. So, okay, cool. Thanks, Abbey Light. We'll check it out. This game is all about kind of building up your own Rome, or at least a town or city that helps and supports Rome. We'll see it. So I'm going to hit new game. Now, I've done the tutorial stuff for here that kind of teaches you how to do the game. There's a lot of these scenarios and stuff, these missions, and we're going to play Make Haste slowly. I've never tried it before, so we're just going to do it right now. And if you like a more sandbox approach, you can also go into the sandbox and just set up your own games and stuff that way too. We're going to start with a big map. We have 8 possible trading routes. Our initial resources are listed here, and we'll go through those in a second. And then, yes, we're going to have to battle for this, and the enemy presence is here. It's not super strong. We have like other maps and stuff where there's a lot more enemy presence, for example. But I'm just kind of going down the list here for what I've got. And if you like this game, you can see more information about it down in the description. Real quick, I apologize if anything is like glitchy or slow, if there's a lot of cuts or anything. I'm still dealing with this chronic cough that I've been dealing with for like 3 weeks. It's not going away. I don't understand it. It's not going away. Okay, make haste slowly, it says. After reaching peace with Marcus Antonius by the Treaty of Brundisium, Gaius Octavius turned his attention to Sicily. The island has been occupied by Sextus Pompeius, who had rebelled against people, blah, 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 blah. What we're going to try to set up here, okay, is a city that reaches a good amount of prestige. We need to produce armor, and we also need to discover 2 new cities and win a battle, okay? That's the objective here. And I think you're going to get enough of an idea of how the game works with this to go from there. Okay, so that's the challenge. That's what we want to do. Pause it really quick. So we have all this land to work with, okay? We can kind of set up anywhere we want. Camera sort of starts us here, and that might be a good place to set up, but we can set up kind of anywhere we want. And so I'm looking at, there's a stone deposit over there. We're going to need lots of stone. This is ancient Rome, right? We're going to need lots of stone. We got plenty of iron here too. We're going to need that iron in order to make our armors and stuff too. So I think this is probably an okay spot, actually. Where the game was going to set me up initially, I think is a pretty good spot. So I'm going to set it up, I think, right about here. We're going to start by building the forum, sort of like the center of the city for where everybody is. We're just going to pop it right there, I guess. And this is where it begins, okay? Now, on the bottom, we have all of our building tools. And we'll get into a lot of these, and we're going to have a lot of stuff start to unlock as our town gets more prestigious. So we'll have to start working on that. But right now, we're going to be focusing on plebeian housing. And yes, it is a gridded builder. It doesn't change. We'll be doing gridded builders forever, it feels like. Here we go like this. Let's go ahead and back like this. And I will make 6 plebeian houses, I think, right in here to start. Now, one thing I could have done here a little bit differently is I could have added additional spaces, because you are going to be using decorations to increase prestige a lot in this game. And it's actually quite important to increase prestige for a lot of these things. So while I am doing this, it doesn't give me any room to really create decorative stuff for these guys, unfortunately. So do I recover all resources? I most certainly do not. So if you need to tear things down, you definitely do not recover everything. So we're just going to learn, we're just going to do it a little bit differently the next time we set up housing, especially for the higher end housing, because these guys are just plebs. Okay, so the next thing, we need jobs for these guys too, and they're going to need water and all these things. So we're going to set up a reservoir. Reservoir will feed water to, or serve water to everyone that's in its area. And I think I'll go ahead and put it a little bit over on this side. I think maybe right about here should be okay. Maybe right on the road. No, I want it to be a little off the road. About here, I guess, is what we'll do. That's going to be where the water reservoir is. And then we're going to set up the water, the water mill. This is going to pull water in. And then that water mill, through the aqueduct, will send it into the reservoir. So as long as all that's set up, that's got water, all of these guys will at least have water for what they're going to do, okay? We're going to need lots and lots of stone. So let's grab a stone quarry. We're going to make sure that that's in range. And we'll put that about here. I think that should probably be fine, right about there. Some of these buildings will lower zone desirability. and like the stone quarry. So you want to have a lot of these production buildings and resource extraction buildings far away from where people live, because it's not very attractive to live near these things. We're going to put a warehouse also right here, I think. Yeah, like right here. Should be good. How about right next to it? That's fine. And then everything, in order to function, must be connected to a road. And the roads do cost some money to build. So you have 23,000 left as our starting point here. And so the next thing I want is logging camps. We're going to need lots and lots of wood as well. Put those over by where all the trees are. It seems like a good idea. Put that over there. Maybe put another one maybe over on this side. Let's say right there. Okay. And then one more time, we're going to go in, get ourselves a road really quick to connect that up. Connect this up. We'll bring this up straight like that and bring it over. And then we're going to want, again, another warehouse. It's over here. Warehouse. In range of this building, we'll put it kind of maybe like this so I can put other buildings next to it. There we go. And then this one here will have a warehouse there too. Okay, then. Now, as we continue to get additional buildings, which we're going to start needing also wheat fields and stuff too to start growing some food. I'm going to put that, I think, maybe over on this side we'll have our farms. Although next to this is probably better because it's already in range of water. So I think I'll probably do it over here instead. So let's do that instead. So we'll put this maybe right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 wheat fields. Should be all right for now. And let's go ahead and bring that straight over, and then we'll bring that down like so. Okay, and then the last thing we want over here is a granary so that we can have all this stuff stored. Anything we use, anything we process is going to have to be in range of the granary as well. So I'll just put that there, I guess. It's fine. Okay, so we have plebs and stuff are going to start moving in, and they're going to need to be assigned to jobs. So we're going to use the management window to do this. Pretty much all of your city management stuff is in this menu here. So you have jobs, and you can tell it how many jobs you want everybody to have, right? Nobody gets a job automatically. So if you get new people and they're unemployed, they may start causing problems as unemployed people. So you have to open up the floodgates and allow them to work where they want. So that's like the number of people that are allowed to work certain jobs. All right. So we have a lot of people that are showing up, and they're going to start working in the stone deposit, you know, cutting for stone there. We have the warehouse here, which is not operating because there's no workers assigned to it. Yeah, because there's not enough workers there. It's okay. We're going to get more. Next, I think probably want to extend water a little bit more. So since it has this radius here, I think I'm going to go ahead and put this one kind of over like that. And then here's the thing about the water. It's actually probably should go over just a little bit more. Yeah, let's do this. We'll go about here with it, I think. Yeah, a little crossover is fine. But here's the thing about the water. The aqueduct has to go over to that too. So it'll come over. I'm going to put it right over top of the road. It should be okay. And then you can go right along the road with it. It's completely fine. And then you can attach it like that. There we go. So now we have extra water. For services and administering like things like fire coverage, that's a thing we need to consider too. Lots of fires will happen. Also, all your buildings need maintained constantly. So for those types of things, we have an engineer's post as well as a fire station. Fire stations simply need to be in range of water, and also they're only going to cover buildings that are in their range as well. So we're going to put this kind of centrally located in town. And since we have a little overlap over on this side, I think, yeah, we're going to need multiple fire stations anyway. So I think we're going to go maybe like this with this one. Yeah, we're going to need another water reservoir anyway. So we'll go here with this one. And then on this side, we'll put maybe the fire coverage can be over here. That one's being covered by this though. Yeah, we're fine on that one. So let's put this one over here maybe. Right along the road on this side. To cover the fields and stuff. Yeah. And then maybe, I guess one more is going to be needed over here too. All right. And then engineers. We'll put you in the middle of town, I guess. Probably right about here to cover those guys. And then we'll have you guys also maybe cover on this side too. Yeah, and that should be okay as far as all the coverage we need for those guys. And then let's make sure that we get these guys all loaded up for jobs as well. We're going to need another water reservoir for that fire station over there. We can also prioritize certain jobs. So if I want I want to make sure that there's a higher priority for fire coverage and engineers in certain buildings, I can do that just by upping the prioritization of the building like that. So we'll have more people, we'll have like more of a guarantee that people will work in those structures. Let's go ahead and get another reservoir, and we're looking for water to extend over into this area now too, I guess. I don't want to get super close to where this stuff is, but it kind of needs to happen. And I do want there to not be really any problems with overlap here, so I guess we'll go maybe, yeah, like this will be okay. Okay, and then we just need to hook that up to the aqueduct. Now I can go around from that side, or I think I'm going to do it this way instead. Let's bring it like this, and then this will go straight up this road and connect on that side. All right, that gets us water coverage for everything. So this pretty much takes care of the basics and the necessities that they need. Every pleb requires a service and also requires wheat. So they're going to be consuming wheat, and also a required desirability. If you achieve these, the house will automatically update itself to a tier 2 house out of 6. That will provide more people in that house. Higher levels will require more resources, but they will also grant you a higher occupation and stuff. And then they'll also have additional needs. So everything kind of updates similar to like how Anno does it that way. Okay, I'm going to take this road. I'm going to go around, kind of connect it on that side a little bit. And just let me real quick look and see what else we can do here. We can't do anything with all these different types of foods until we get more people. I need even more plebs. So in this area, I think I'm gonna have people live here. I don't want them to be too close to this, but I think I will have people live in this side. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna leave a little bit of a gap here and here. And the gap is there so that we can have a little bit, well, yeah, I want a little bit higher prestige. So I'm gonna leave a little gap here instead. Let's bring this road over. Oh, that's gonna go right. Oh yeah, it is. Actually, let's just do it this way. Straight up there like that, and then over like this. So in between these houses, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place decorations in between these houses, and I have to wait till the next prestige level to do that, but I can put it behind them, and then it will cover them, and they'll have a higher prestige at that point too. They need at least a 10% desirability, and they need that pretty much. I think the market will help out a little bit here to distribute goods that they would want, so I think we'll go ahead and put that in as well, maybe probably right here. Let's put the market like that, and we'll hook it up to the road like there. And then just have this go up like that, I guess. Yeah. Okay, cool. The market needs people to work there too. And with all of that done, I should be able to just let this run and have things just start working, I think. I believe. Now, we also have a region map. You might have seen a lot of other icons here. We're going to talk about those in a second too. But there's a region map. And my scout is out here, and we can explore the other regions around us to scout out ahead and see what's out there. And so we're going to go out under the fog a little bit here. Maybe we find another town to trade with. Maybe we find enemies that we're going to have to take care of before we can occupy that land and proceed forward more. It's possible that that will happen as well. There may also be resources. I don't know if that's a thing, because the first 2 tutorial missions did not give me any just collectible resources like that, but we will see. Okay, so they're not getting the wheat, and the only thing I can think of is it's just because there's just no workers assigned to it, which I don't have them prioritized. So if I do mark these buildings as a higher priority, they should come over here and work it anyway, but then it's going to start taking them away from other buildings. But I do need some wheat, and I just need more people to move in too. There we go. Okay, so unlocked level 2 on the prestige. Plebeian amount is there, and then we have now patrician housing, which is very important to getting our budget under control, because these are elite residential buildings where patricians are housed. And then we also have a tax office to collect taxes from patricians. We have baths, taverns, and then all sorts of different fields and stuff that we can now grow things in, as well as going for stone cutters and sawmills to have higher tiered construction materials and stuff as well. So we're going to start, I think, with a little sawmill. Just a little. Actually, you know what? It's much more important that I get the patricians and stuff set up correctly first. So I think I'm going to do that over here. We got a fire station covering this already. And as long as we don't put any housing in range of this warehouse, it should be okay for their prestige. So let's take patrician housing. We're going to go 1. I'm going to go up like this. And we're going to have, and these houses cost a bit more to build, but yeah, and there's a little bit more stone to build here. I can't quite get that there. So a little bit more stone, and then I can build that one too. We're going to get the road to come out this way and then over. And then these guys, again, it's a little higher prestige housing that's in here. And we're also going to want some decorative stuff here too. So we can take, for example, this garden, and that will affect all of these guys. And if I put this garden over here, for example, same kind of thing. It just makes these houses a little bit more attractive. Oh, something's on fire. The granary's on fire. But we have a fire station right here, so we should have guys running over here to put out the fire. Throw buckets of water on it. There you go. All done. Yeah, good. Now, sometimes buildings can burn down. Sometimes they won't get maintained. Engineers, they don't maintain them fast enough because we're under overcapacity or something. You can just click a button and rebuild it in place. It just costs you the resources again. You have to rebuild it. So, ideally, you want to stop it before it gets that bad. All right, and now we're going to need a tax office really quick here. So, if with 75 stone, we'll be able to do that. And I'm going to need more stone. So, I'm thinking now we need to go maybe with another stone quarry. More stone resources somewhere. So it looks like probably the most convenient one for me to access is way over here. I was kind of hoping not to have to do that, but it's way over here. Okay, we're going to go like that. And then we'll have a warehouse for these resources. Will be kind of situated between the stone and the iron. And then we'll get that straight through there. And hook it up to that road, I guess. There we go. All right, and obviously all of this stuff is, way out there. So if it gets on fire, it catches on fire. Hopefully it doesn't, at least not soon. All right, so we don't have any unemployed. That's the problem now. So I need a lot more unemployed. But if we can just get a little bit more stone, I can get a tax collection office going. And because right now our budget, our daily income, we're at a negative 760. And the more stuff we build, the more expensive it's going to be. So I need to start collecting taxes. So that's the next thing I'm going to look at. Now, we have another prestige. We're up to level 4. We get more patricians and more plebs. And we now have the ability to build bridges, so we can go over top the river now. We also have access to the temples. So you have the Temple of Apollo, Minerva, Ceres, Mars, Jupiter, and Pluto. These are, of course, the gods, right? And that's what these pictures are around here. Throughout the course of this gameplay, we are going to have to make the gods happy as well. And not every god can be happy for every decision we make because they also have rivals. So if we head up here, we can actually converse with the gods. And we can see what each one of them are and how they're doing and everything. And so we can see, if I just hover over Ceres, for example, we can see her current affinity towards us, which is neutral on the side of positive. We have 0 out of 1 temples. She's expecting temples. How many is she expecting? Well, 1 for now. But as we get bigger, she will expect more temples from us. We also need to make offerings or have festivals in her honor. And if we go too long without that happening, her opinion of us will degrade over time. We need to reach the maximum faith to ask for a blessing. And the blessings are really nice because for Ceres, for example, she'll make our fields and our farms much more productive for a limited amount of time or for a temporary amount of time. And so if we need a lot more resources for whatever reason, if we're short on grapes or melons or wheat or whatever, she'll come down and she'll start blessing these fields and we'll just get an abundance of that resource temporarily, right? Which is really great. And that's if we get maximum faith for her. But if the meter drops too low, which right now everyone's pretty okay with, we're pretty optimistic about us, right? But if it gets too low and goes all the way down to bad, well then they will come down and curse upon us, right? So then they come down and invoke their wrath upon us. And that could be destroying certain buildings. That could be causing certain famines. It could be all sorts of things. And every god has sort of their area that they're going to be focused on. So like Mars is the god of war and all these things, right? Jupiter's the dad, right? Yeah, a father must be strict and generous alike. If you request it, I can increase the favor of your people. So make the people like me more if we honor Jupiter that way, right? So I can go to the temples, for example. Let's go to Ceres first. It doesn't have to be near the fields, but in general, I think anyway, she will invoke her blessing upon it in range of her temple. I don't know that that's the truth though, so don't quote me on that, but I've seen that happen pretty much exclusively. And so I'm kind of going with that. Like, she tends to come down in this radius is what I'm seeing. So we're gonna put this right here. Kind of want to put it a little further away because I might do some more farming on that side. Yeah, so why don't I put it like right here, right? And then we'll have this road kind of come over through that way, and we'll have some more fields over on this side. So that is the temple of Ceres, right? And there's maintenance costs. Again, engineers have to keep maintaining it. And we can see her favor with us right here also. And we can celebrate a festival, and that will bump our favor up a little bit more. We can also sacrifice things. We could sacrifice sheep or sacrifice people even in her honor. So there's things you can do, man. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. Let's go first, I think, with cabbage, because these patricians and stuff, they want different amounts of these things. So I'm going to go cabbage and melons next in the fields. And we'll just make sure that this goes about like that. It's fine. And then let's also get a little bit of grapes so we can start working on making wine as well. And this is not quite, yeah, like that. Grapes as well. All right, so there's a bunch of fields that we can start working, and I'll just have to make sure that I have, I've told the game that I want this many people working in here. So just kind of maxing out these areas to work. And as we level up, we get more housing, we'll be able to get more people to work in things. Okay, so we have 253 stone now. Time to get our tax collector. Tax office only collects in its radius. So, hello, prestige level 4? Yeah, 4. Lots of things being unlocked here. And now we can start looking at getting weapons and armor and start looking at defending ourselves, as well as livestock farms and all sorts of stuff now. Okay, so let's start with the tax office because that's really necessary. We're going to go like, I think here would be a better spot for where I'm going to go with things. Actually, kind of like this more. Yeah, we're going to go like this with that tax collection office. Bring that up. And then patrician housing again. 1, 2, 3. Leave a space. 4, 5. Nope, I can't build anymore. That's fine. Okay. And then we're going to come up like that. So all of these guys, we should be collecting taxes from them now. And we should see this deficit, which has been growing, and the deficit's been growing. We should see that start to be dramatically reduced now because we're able to collect these taxes from the patricians. Okay. To get more of the laborers and stuff, to get our raw materials processing, though, we are going to need more plebs. So I'm going to have more plebeian housing over on this side. Much cheaper to build plebeian housing, but well, it is much cheaper, but it's 40 wood, 30 stone, and 80 silver for this. And then it's twice as much silver for the patrician housing, as well as 50 wood and 50 stone. So it's definitely more expensive to do that. It's a lot of fires, man. This game loves to spawn fires. You have to have a good fire department all the time, and that has finally collapsed. It's caught fire so many times, and we will have to rebuild it. So we'll just click the button, rebuild it immediately, and it's back doing what it does. Okay, we have stone cutting happening over there. Very nice. Did we unlock the ability to get fish yet? Yes, fishing dock is right here. Good. So let's get some fish. Put that, I like it here, actually. That sounds nice. I could put a second one here, but I think one for now. And then the fishmonger will be who processes the fish. Put that right next to you, and then send that up to the road. Make sure there's 2 people working there, too. Okay, so we're going to be able to get fish brought in now, too. So plebeian housing, they want higher desirability to level up. And so that's what this part here is for, with all these decorations we have available. I'm going to go ahead and just put this little hedge right back here, like that. And that will automatically level up those houses, and they just build immediately like that. Okay, so now they require a good source of onions and carrots. They also want a bath nearby. Okay, so we're going to have to do that, too. So on the matter of a bath, we can do that. I'm going to put this kind of in the middle here. Right about like here, I think. That covers pretty much every house with a bath. Very nice. And then we also have to level these guys up too. Now, we don't have any space between them, but in decorations, we do have these colonnades, and they go over the road. So I could do something like this, for example, and that will level up these houses too. They like to live near these things. So that will give them some prestigiousness as well over top of the road like that. So now these guys are all going to be wanting the bath. And then onions and carrots. So we're going to be growing onions and carrots now too. So let's go back over here. And onion orchards, we can put 1, 2. And then I want carrots, which I cannot grow yet. Ooh. I don't have access. Oh, right there. I was looking for orange and it just wasn't as orange as I expected. There we go. All right, let's make sure these guys are marked to having plenty of people working in them. Onion orchards, there we go. Cabbages, and I think that's about it for now. Markets. These guys need a market as well. So let's make sure we give these guys a market. This should be fine. On this side is fine. Put the market over there. And so now people can go get the stuff that they need. Now the patricians want something different. In addition to the increased desirability to level up, of course, they're going to want melons and cabbages, which is why I've got the melon and cabbage fields over here, but I don't have enough plebs to work these fields, so I still need even more of them. So let's get a few more for the plebeian housing. Let's go a little bit more like that. And then we'll just kind of go like this real quick. Here we go. Leaving little spaces and stuff in here so I can do the prestige thing. Yeah, and then maybe we'll... I don't know if this road is connected, but we'll... Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, one more house right there. Oops, almost got it. Then there. All right, and then something decorative behind the houses, something like that should be good. Let's level them up. No? Not quite ready? Okay. New prestige, level 5. More plebs available, and then some additional decorative stuff, as well as a cavalry training building. We're gonna work on that in a second. Also, because we go to level 5, a lot of our regular technologies and stuff have improved, so a lot of our building designs upgrade. And so now this stuff here, this reservoir starts looking pretty nice. And as we keep going up through the ages and stuff, as we keep going up through the prestige levels, that'll keep happening as well. All right, we need some more temples because I think we're going to start making these guys mad. Yeah, they're kind of like, hey, why hasn't he built a temple for me yet? I know, Ceres is okay because I already have her temple, but we haven't done a festival in her honor yet. So why don't we do that, actually? I don't think I have... There's no more stock space available, so it looks like the granary is full. So we need to go and get more of those, which makes sense. So we'll go one more granary there on that side. Let's put another one. You know what? Let's put another one on this side. Let's make sure people are working here too. All right, and then with that done, let's do a festival in honor of Ceres. There we go. Excellent. So she's loving it. Now, when that happens and she is maxed out, we can then beg for a blessing. So we can go in and do that. She'll get up and she'll come on down right into our town, and she'll start walking around and start blessing our fields, and bang, we just start maxing out our supply. Which of course we have to have people in the granary ready to bring things in as well. So hopefully we have enough people to work in these fields since we have an abundance of that supply now. Let's real quick get some more patrician housing in here. And we want to go ahead and get like some decorations behind it. We can put it in some of these because they love these too. Actually, I want to try this instead. Yeah, like that. There we go, like that and that. And then we'll put this right along like... Oh, I don't have enough resources to build that, but it's close enough for now to make these things upgrade a little bit. Cool. Now they want bread and fish. Now they want the fish fillets. Well, I have the fish stuff going. Fish fillets and stuff, that's being made, so we should be all right there. But the other stuff, it requires a bakery. I'm going to need more wheat in order to be able to support a bakery. So we'll just get a little bit more wheat here too. And let's put this road through there, and then I'm going to grab a bakery. And And bakery. Whoops. I can't afford it. I need the stone to be cut. So I need a higher tier of stone. It's not just the stone. It has to be cut. So we're looking for the stone cutter. And again, this, you can see how it dings the houses. They don't want to be near the stone cutter. So we're going to just put this, I'll just put it right over there. It's fine. Just away from them. And now we'll get a higher tier level of stone. That's going to be really great for us. Let's go back to the map. I haven't been paying attention to this. So we did find a town. So there's some trade we could do. So stone. With current stock of stone, we have 233, and we have a daily balance of 360 stone. So we could sell stone to these guys. And so I could say, for example, I want to sell, let's say 150 stone per day. I still get a good surplus, right? I could still grow, but now I'm making money every day. So that's going to help my budget. So let's go ahead and do that. We could also buy from them as well. They have gladiuses, it's just the swords. And then there's also bread. That's what they want to buy. We're not in a position to sell them any of those things right now, so we'll just go ahead and continue on there. But that's our trade route now. And so because of that, we now have a positive balance. Thankfully, we are not going to go bankrupt, which is good. We really don't want to go bankrupt. I'm going to need, I think, this warehouse is most likely going to ding the desirability of these houses. Yes, that one's 25%. This one is not. So I need to move this. You need to be moved away. And that's going to bump it up 10% there. So let's just get... And now right away, just by moving that warehouse a little bit further away, these guys can upgrade their houses. Okay, good. And then they'll go over to the market and they'll get the other various stuff that they want. Okay. Let's grab more patrician housing. Is that in range? It's not. So I need to start building it over here if I want that same tax office to collect. So just like leverage the same tax office. So patrician housing here and here, here, and I guess I would go there, but it's okay. Oh, relic found. Okay, so these things do exist. You can find things on the map. Artisans strive to reproduce the faces of the deceased on the masks made of resin and beeswax. These masks remain on the corpse throughout the funeral and are then used to represent the most relevant acts of their life. So who do we deliver the relic to? Which god do we deliver it to? Obviously, the gods love having things given to them, right? So which one do we want? Well, I'm pretty familiar with, I think Minerva would be good because she's going to give me things like materials, more building materials and things like that. I'm really low on wood. I'm really low on the cut stone and all these things. So she could definitely give me a big boon in those types of resources. So I'm going to give it to her. Now, when you do that, these gods also have rivals. And when you favor their rivals, they become angry. So we should see, like, none of them are like particularly happy with me. But I did give it to Minerva. So I'll go ahead and click her. She can come down and start granting me some stuff, which would be great. Boom. So I just got like 100 wood from that. 74 wood, I guess, is what I just got from that. That's pretty good. And then she can keep doing that too. She'll just pop over here where all these resources are. She'll just give me stuff. So that's very nice. Okay, so I probably should get a temple in her honor because otherwise that's gonna die off really quickly. So let's get another temple to Minerva, and we're gonna put this one, I think, right here. There we go. And then also let's get one to Jupiter as well. Jupiter should be right in the center though. So I'm gonna put this one right here. That's good. Maybe back just a little bit. Yeah, like that. All right, and then we'll go about like that with it. So we want to make sure that we're, giving the gods what they want, because otherwise we'll have to deal with their wrath. Boom. Look at that, man. Just all the stone. Bang. Love it. Okay. Back to the map. Nothing significant here. We'll go back to this side, and then we want to go this way. Okay, cool. Now we are going to face enemies. We're going to find that there are going to be enemies at some point, and we'll have to fight them. So we probably should get started in making things to help us with the possibilities of war, right? That starts with getting iron mines. So like I have iron, but I haven't been really working it because it doesn't matter yet. Well, now it kind of does. So we'll go an iron mine there, and we'll go ahead and get an iron mine, I think, right over here too. So we can start getting some iron brought in. And then need to figure out where I want to make my stone cutting stuff happen. Or not stone cutting, the armories and all that stuff, the factories and stuff. Where am I going to put that stuff? I want this kind of area over here has been really nice for farms, but I'm also going to need more water too, it looks like. Yes, I need more water for more fields. So another reservoir. Put that kind of right here, I guess, to maximize the impact on that, the space. Aqueduct can go as far over as possible. Stay out of the way. There we go. That'll work. I can put fields right here. There's just enough room for more fields here. And why don't we start that, actually? I'm going to need more. So we'll go with some more melons and some more cabbages on that side. And then we'll also want to get more of our patrician housing. Oh, I just can't quite fit that in there. It's okay. I can put prestige things there. Prestige things are good. Bring that around like that. Yeah, maybe take that one away. We don't need that one. And then we'll just take our prestige stuff. And why don't we start with... where am I putting this? I'll just take this little hedge right here. Put that behind these buildings, and then we can bring... Oh, here we go. Prestige level 6. Even more plebs, even more patricians coming in. And we now have the gladiatorial school, as well as an arena and all sorts of fun things. Man, we're just... I'm advancing through prestige faster than I can build the buildings that are coming from them. It's a good problem to have. We have a lot of options now. Why don't we start by giving education to people too, and then also entertainment as well. All these things are very important. So I'm gonna go with a school. There's a library, school right here. Basic education to your citizens. Let's put that right next to in this little area right here. Yeah, that's perfect actually. Right there. Nice school to educate people. And we have a big library, but I'm not gonna build that just yet. We also want the tavern. And that tavern is going to require us to make wine. So wine is coming from the grapes. I am growing grapes and stuff. We've been storing grapes. So now we need to do something with it. And so the grapes are going to be processed. It's one of these menus. It's hard to say. Winery right here. Grapes can get processed. We'll go ahead and do that. We want this to be far away from the houses, right? We don't want them to be too close. So we'll do that about like that. It's fine. That'll process into wine, and we'll probably want 2 of those because we're going to be making a lot of wine. So let's get 2 of those. And then I think from there, we'll have the tavern. Now, the tavern is okay to put next to people's houses. They like it. They want to go to the tavern. So put that right there. And that will take it, from the wine and everything. We're most likely going to need more engineers now because there's a lot of buildings in a small area. So I'm going to get another engineer just to make sure we can maintain all these buildings that are in this area. And I'll put it right there. That should be fine. Then maybe a fire station. There's some fields that don't have any coverage. So right behind this, I think I'll put another fire station just to make sure that we don't have anything burned down. Okay. Real quick, just checking my fields here, making sure we're allowing for everybody to work in these places. Yeah, we want more people working in wineries. We want people working in stone cutting and iron mines and all sorts of things here. I think we're pretty good there. Okay. Now, in other management stuff, we have the economy, which is breaking down how our money is doing, right? We have a daily income that's positive. That's good. We can adjust taxes if we'd like. Of course, they'll make them happier if they pay less taxes. Right now, we have a $29.51 daily income from taxes. If we bring this down, we will lose about 300, but you make them a lot happier. That's pretty good. And since we have still a surplus, I'm kind of okay with doing that. But we are going to need a lot of money to start building some of the bigger structures that we're going to be building. So my money has still been going down because I'm still building things. So let's spend the taxes on advancements, and then we can go from there. Same thing with jobs. You can also pay people more to make them happier as well. And so right now, salary cost is $25.40. If I was to go up here, it'd be $31.75. We can still make a profit doing this. But like I said, we're going to want to be expanding our economy. We're in a rapid growth stage right now. And so rapid growth, you need money for that rapid growth. Okay. I haven't really talked about it, but up in the upper left side, You can see prestige level and progress to the next one. You can see people's favor. And if your people's favor is kind of directly tied to crime. So people who are unhappy, they're going to start making more crime. So that's no good, right? You have day progress. This fills up over the time. And so it just switched over to day 7 just now. And then you have your population numbers and stuff over here. It's really important to take a look at these numbers here, specifically unemployed citizens. If you have any unemployed, those are people that are going to ultimately start causing problems. And the reason why I don't have any unemployed is because I have basically went in and I just maxed out the numbers for all these jobs. Now, I can more focus this, and that would, they would work on only the jobs that I want them to. But by maxing these out, I don't really have to micromanage people. As more people move in, as more people come in, they just get a job. And so there's a lot of these little icons that are like, there's nobody working here. There's nobody working here. It'll get filled in. I'm not really super concerned about micromanaging it. I'm pretty certain it'll just fill in. Sometimes you get this. And this is where there's no space because the storage for it is full. And that's just because I don't have a granary over here. Is pretty much the only reason for that. So we'll go in and put one like, I guess right here for a second. And then that'll be where these resources can all be offloaded to the granary. And then they can keep working and fishing. Yeah. Let's see. So what's next? We're making wine. We should have the tavern up and running. Seems pretty good. If we take a look at the map, we have this area over here. There's a little right here. So we don't have enough of the resources to trade here. So that's a problem. We only have 110 in stock. And I did say I wanted to sell 150. It's because I'm spending this resource. This is a resource that we spend to build. And so this trade route's going to stop. It's not really going to be very productive until I have enough to actually trade them. This is not actually where the cart is. It's just a visual representation of the trade route you have. So as I have 150, there's now no problem. It's not like this cart didn't have it and it's going to have to wait. It's just a graphical representation of a trade route that you have available. There's been a theft. Yeah, people are going to start causing crime problems, and that's just the way it goes. I need this to be just enough. Yeah, like that. That way it's in range of the... I need it to be in range of the water. It's not in range of water. That's not even remotely close to being in range of water. All right, so we'll take the water. We'll put it right here, I guess. It's fine. And then the aqueduct. Hopefully I have enough resources for that. Like that. There we go. Okay, so that should give us water. Yes, I'll have to rebuild that. But it's back up and it's running and everything's fine now. Okay. So this is Citadelum. There's a lot to the game. There's still a lot to come. You haven't even seen battles yet. I haven't started making anything for an army or anything yet. But there's, it looks like we got another town here too. They want olive oil. We can sell them olive oil. That would be really good if we were making olive oil. So we'll have to look into making olive oil for them as well. But if you want to see more of the game, be sure to like the video, share that thought with a comment down below. I guess engage with it. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this with me. And if it seems like this is something that's a good fit for you guys, we'll continue. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.